welcome to part 3 of the 79 series Landcruiser review. In part 3, we'll cover the big changes made, some with the help of sponsors, and some with the help of some cool ideas from a few mates. At the end of the video, I also answer some of the most frequent asked questions I get by email or whichever way from you guys about the cruiser itself. Hi, I'm Ronnie from Four Wheeling in Western Australia, and let's get into it. Now, the biggest change on the 79 series is the bar work. Now, I've been hanging out at Opposite Lock 4x4 in Wangara a fair bit lately, well, over the past year, and got to know the guys quite well. 3 months ago, they showed me this bar work that they had in the pipeline that they were developing. So when I saw that, I thought, geez, that looks bloody nice. So anyway, I went away and I couldn't stop thinking about the bar work because I thought it looked mint. So I went back and kept having discussions, and now Opposite Lock 4x4 are our major sponsor. So I'm pretty happy with that, and Brian's pretty happy with that too. But what I'm even more happy about is the bar work on the vehicle. Now, in my opinion, and you can make up your own, the shape of this bar just makes the 70 series look so much tougher than most other bull bars that I've seen. Much due to the 63mm tubing that I've used all the way through, all the way down the brush bars, the side steps, and the bull bar itself. Also, it's allowed me to put some bigger spotties on, as where I had the bar before, I had this second rail across the bottom, which prevented me from putting bigger lights on. I decided to go bigger lights, doing a lot of driving lately on the highways at night. The smaller 170 strikers or Lance, I think they are, they just didn't cut the mustard. So I've upgraded to the XGT HID 35 watt, these ones are. They shine to nearly a kilometre away, so perfect for at night driving on the highway. Another change I made to the 79 series was taking the single light bar down and putting two separate ones up. Now, the reason why I took the old one down was because I got that from the internet, from China, pretty cheap. The paint wasn't up to our conditions down here with the UV radiation, so it went all like a nasty brown, and the light cover, which must have been plastic I guess, that went kind of all milky. So the light just wasn't coming through as what it used to. What I did was I went to see Autorepairs and I bought these two separate lights off them. Now these have got 10 watt globes in them. They're pretty damn powerful, 100 watts each. So I've got 200 watts of light on the roof now. Now, one of my other most favourite things I've done to the 79 series is I've chipped it with a Unichip. When these roll out of stock, the maximum boost is 13 psi. Now, I've got 3 tunes in total. The hard tune, new daily driver, and my stock tune. I still have 2 more available, so I have a 5-map select. With the hard tune, I've done a video on the dyno on that, so you may have already seen the video. The second tune is my new daily driver. That's just kept at a modest 16 psi. The stock tune is 13 psi. That's how they roll out of the factory, 13 psi. With the daily driver tune, it runs 100 degrees Celsius cooler on the highway, like about 300 to 350. I have a pyro gauge in there, I can actually see that. Now with the stock tune, it'll run 100 degrees hotter because it's boosting less, using more fuel. Effectively, I'm getting better fuel economy with my 16 psi tune. Now, if you're towing a boat or a caravan, I highly recommend that you get a Unichip or some form of chip. Make sure that whoever's doing it has a dyno and can actually show you a graph of the differences. Now, my Unichip was installed and tuned by a professional at SS Autorepairs, who are actual agents for Unichip, and they actually have a dyno as well. Before, I had a 3-inch Manta exhaust, and now Redback have brought out this new Twin 3-inch exhaust system, which is now on the vehicle. This 79 series is the first vehicle in Australia to be installed with this brand new twin exhaust system by Redback, which was actually installed by Opposite Lock. Okay, another addition is I've added this air tank, which is hooked up to my compressor. It contains the air very well. This tank will almost do 1 tyre, but to get all tyres out of 1 tank, you're gonna need 4 of these, and it's not worth doing that. So it's just to get a head start, and also I can air pressure like dirt out of crevices and stuff. It's actually really good for your air filter. If you have a paper air filter, you can blow it out a bit, clean it up. Another addition cruiser, the water pump, which is right here. Water tank I have is gravity fed. I decided to put a pump on it so I didn't have to put my use on an angle every time we went camping or just... Okay, so questions and answers. Now, these are the most frequent asked questions I get. So we'll start from the top. Is what have I done to correct the rear wheel track? Well, I've already covered this in the first video, but I'll give you a bit more information. So I've corrected the wheel track by not using spacers, because I'm not a big fan of using spacers. What I have done though is I've gone for a different offset rim. So the rear rim is -55 offset, and they are done by King wheels, and the front is also King wheels, but that's a 0 offset. Another question is, how comfortable is it? I get asked that quite a lot too. Well, my wife was heavily pregnant and we went to Esperance from Perth and did a lot of full driving down there. Then we went to Bremer Bay and then back. Now, she didn't complain one bit about the seat, and my back feels better in the Cruiser than it did in the Hilux I had before. So for me, it's 2 thumbs up, bloody comfortable. Another frequent asked question is, how does it go on diesel? They're not too bad from stock. Once you start adding roof rack, a box on the back, all these kind of wind resistance things, bigger tyres, then it starts going from a genuine 13 litre per 100, which it was, up to about a 15, 16. However, if you tow with one of these, a trailer, that's not too heavy obviously, if you tow a trailer or don't tow a trailer, you almost get the same figure of fuel. Obviously if you're towing a big caravan, it's going to be different. But quite surprisingly, the amount I get asked this particular question is, will the 70 series Cruiser suit me? Well, there is no way I can 100% answer that question, but what I will say is, if you're after a robust solid axle vehicle that packs a punch with torque and can tow, then that's for you. If you want a vehicle that pretty much comes basic but is so easy to modify, then this vehicle is for you. If you want something with luxury, cup holders, seat warmers, electric seat adjusters, this vehicle is not for you.
Alright folks, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment or ask a question. We always like to hear from you guys, and I'd like to know what you think about the bar work. Also, to see part 1 or part 2, follow the links on the screen or click down below in the description table. We have a dedicated page just for the 79 series on the website, so there's a lot more detail there as well. Thanks for watching, take care out in the tracks and trails, and I'll catch you around. See ya!